kids, so today we are going to be looking at the distributive property, and I'm going to be using some smaller numbers just so that you can kind of get the hang of it. So this week we are working with small numbers. I know that the multiplication sentences or the equations are going to seem really simple, but it's just to kind of get you into the habit of how to break a number apart and to show you that you can break it apart many different ways. So the distributive property, I'm going to start with something like 16 times 4. Okay, so I'm going to start with 16 times 4 equals, and my variable I will use n. Okay, so 16 times 4. I am going to break apart my numbers into two smaller chunks. Okay, now the reason for doing distributive property is to make it easier to use. Okay, so if you don't know 16 times 4 off the top of your head, you can break up that 16. I'm going to show you the easiest way to do it, but I'm going to show you that there are other ways to do it as well. So I always look at the 2-digit number as the one I'm going to break apart. So I can take 16 and I can think of that as 10 and 6. Okay, so I'm going to think of that as 10 and 6. I'm going to multiply that. Both of these have to be multiplied by 4. Okay, because here is my 16. I've broken it up into 2 pieces, but both of those pieces still have to be multiplied by 4. So I'm going to multiply them by 4. And then I end up with 40 plus, that plus sign needs to come down, 24, which means I end up, and then I add those together, so n equals 64. Okay, but let's see. I'm going to break it up into two numbers that aren't as easy as 10 and 6. I like to break it up by place value. It makes it so much easier, but you can do it several different ways. So let's take that same problem of 16 times 4. And this is also going to show you that it doesn't matter how you break it up, you're still going to get the same answer because you're still multiplying the same amounts. So I'm going to take 16 this time, and I am going to break it up into 9 plus 7. Okay, so I'm going to take 16 and I'm going to say 9 plus 7, because 9 plus 7 does give me 16. 9 times 4 and 7 times 4, because 7 and 9 are 16. Both amounts are being multiplied by 4. So 9 times 4 is 36. 7 times 4 is 28. If I add both of those together, notice that these numbers aren't as easy to add as the 40 and 24. You do have a little bit of regrouping here, but still super simple. I'm still going to add them together, and I'm still going to get 64. So you could do this again, and you could do 8 plus 8. So you could do it where you're doing 7. Oh, I already did 7 plus 9, but you could do 5 plus 11. Okay, so you could do 5 and 11, and you're still going to get the same answer every single time. Distributive property just means you're breaking apart one or more of the factors. Okay, so this is what we are doing this week. So just play with those smaller numbers, and then we'll get into the bigger ones, and they will make a little more sense. Okay, all right, guys, we'll see you later.